The next part of our program is something that's very special to us all and something I've been looking forward to all day, and we will be talking about the Distinguished Awards.
Each year, we nominate individuals with FD whom we want to recognize because they're courageous and brave and meet and transcend. Our Distinguished Awards are going to be people who do not let FD stand in the way of what they want to achieve. Please welcome this year's honorees representing the US, England, and Israel.
My name is Avi Zimmels and I have FD.
Hi, I'm Rebecca and I have FD.
My name is Ram and I have FD.
Hello, my name is Kelly Borman and I have familiar dysautonomia, but that does not define me, and you should not let it define you either.
What do you like to do?
I lead them. I put their reins on.
During my spare time, I like talking to my friends, hanging with my family, going on walks, like going out, like shopping. I mean, I'm not the biggest shopping person, but I like the experience, like going out and like doing something.
My spare time, I'm reading a little. I'm also collecting stamps and studying the history of Israel. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm a comedy writer. I think I started when I was 26, and I started writing comedy sketches because I saw someone's comedy sketches and I thought they were kind of gross. So I wanted to do my own. And I also love doing ceramics. I made this wolf out of clay. I'm glad I was able to start ceramics again. First teacher said I couldn't do it because of my size and condition. I proved them wrong.
How have you been spending your time during the pandemic?
Here with my sisters more. We do art together. Me and two of my cousins made a virtual magic show.
So I recently graduated from college with magna cum laude with a degree in communications and minor in digital marketing. Because I was still in school for most of it, that kept me very occupied because I had classes like the whole week and like work, etc.
But this pandemic was, I know how tragic and awful it was. It helped open my eyes to the wonders of the kitchen. Cooking more. This morning, for example, I tried to make a Japanese rice ball. I also started working on a screenplay.
I'm not studying, I'm seeing lectures online via Zoom.
What are you looking forward to as things begin to open up?
Having my friends round.
I would love to find a part-time job in marketing and communication fields. Probably just seeing more people in person and instead of online. I'm really excited to see what's next, like in the adult world, possibly living on my own at some point. Yeah, like just experiencing new things.
Going into movie theaters. And hopefully I get to volunteer again at the local Jewish Federation, and giving people hugs without a mask, that too.
Going to museums, going to the mall, going around, starting traveling again, especially like to travel to the north, to Kinneret, to the Dead Sea, also to Ashkelon.
What advice do you have for people living with FD?
I know sometimes the struggle is real and scary, but never give up. Just meditate, relax.
And trying to be as happy as you can. To be with experience as much as you can and staying busy, learning, do music.
Be brave, be positive, always look for the good in every way. Every challenge is a mountain to climb. Sometimes the climb is harder, but if you try hard enough, you will reach the summit.
What advice do you have for people with FD who are heading off to college?
Everyone with FD is different, so do what's right for you. I know when in college and you have multiple classes, it can feel a lot sometimes. So I would just say take your time at your own pace, like you can get it done, and like ask for help if you ever need it.
Want to try? We're having a little bit of a connection instability issue. Can you hear us?
You're good. Go ahead.
Okay, and now we will move on to this year's art competition that's been expanded upon from previous years to include more art forms. Dr. Lucy Norcliffe Kaufman started the World Through Our Eyes photography competition many years ago as a way to showcase the unique stories that people with FD had to share with the world. Many thanks are given also to Rick Guidotti for joining us and continuing this beautiful tradition this year.
Hello, my name is Dr. Kaya Dalamo. I'm one of the nurse practitioners at the Dysautonomia Center. As someone who has had the pleasure to get to know the people living with familial dysautonomia, and as a fellow artist, it's been a true honor to host this year's annual art competition. The center has hosted the World Through My Eyes, an annual photography competition for FD Day since 2009, to encourage personal expression, passion, joy, and what it's like to live with FD. We also partnered with Rick Guidotti to host this year.
Hi everybody, I'm Rick Guidotti, founder of Positive Exposure. I'm so excited to be part of this incredible artistic initiative where 15 artists from the FD community submitted artwork with themes of like self-empowerment and self-identity and exploration and transformation and freedom and unconditional love. It's extraordinary artwork, and I'm so thrilled to be able to host this exhibition in our gallery on Museum Mile as soon as it's safe for all of us to gather. Thank you so much. Bye.
This year, in recognition of the diverse talents of our community, we decided to expand the photography competition to include all art forms. We had an overwhelmingly positive response to this and an unprecedented number of participants and submissions. And like every year, we invited a panel of accomplished, internationally known gallery curators and professional artists to help judge this year's competition and provide insightful commentary and review of all pieces. For all of us, it was a joy to sit with each piece and take the time to appreciate all the time, work, and talent that went into this year's show. So we invite all of you as our audience to please visit the dysautonomiacenter.com website or blog page following today's show to view all submissions in their entirety, at your own pace, how they're intended to be seen, to get lost in their diverse and unique beauty. Now, for the show of brilliant artists with commentary offered by our esteemed judges. I hope you all enjoy. Alexia de Gunsberg's abstract is bold, with vibrant use of colors, which, as they mesh into each other, she created a centripetal force that both draws you into the center, at the same time inviting you to view it in its wondrous, colorful entirety. You can tell she's excited to let colors intersect. We appreciate the boldness. She is gifted and should continue to experiment working on color and water. Franny Cohen managed to capture moods from both owner and her pets in this one photograph. Being at home during the pandemic can be very isolating. She was really feeling here. The perspective and composition is very interesting. She's positioned above her dogs, but also very near to them. And their eyes are captivating. You can feel the warmth, love, and trust of their relationship here. This self-portrait by Gabby Jassy is brave art. It is vitally important to be shameless and to actually enjoy your problems. Letting people know, this is me, this is how I do it. Bravery to express the self. The opposite of living with stigma is living with self-love and pride, and Gabby captures this here. Her portrait literally is energizing. Yvonne Zeleon is our youngest contestant, and at a very young age, he is showing sophistication and complexity. Numerous judges commented on the drawing's sophistication and balanced layers. This is a thoughtful expression of complexity. When considering this as a form of writing, the art becomes a narrative, a sentence. He is talking about the house fish with the lines. It's a metaphysical composition. Judges compared his work to the famous Uruguayan Spanish painter Joaquin Torres Garcia, and all agree it is important to keep Ivan creating. The colors in this still life by Jackie Goldberg are bright, exciting, and vivid. The composition is beautiful, which is tied to Jackie's loveliness and to her bright personality from Southern California. This short video, Self-Portrait by Joshua Keats, is very expressive, creative, and portrays Josh's great sense of humor. Titled One of Those Days, it gives us interiority. Josh is revealing an aspect of living with FD and a look at his self with raw objectivity, humor, playfulness, and positivity, and in doing so is reclaiming his identity even through one of those days. The judges compared his work to the famous Irish artist Francis Bacon, a contemporary artist who also rejected classical standards and strove to render the brutality of fact. Justin Sachs' use of color and brushstrokes is bold and expressive. The strokes are vigorous, purposeful, and lend an animated end result that appears to be alive. With the limited amount of colors he chose and limited amount of lines, he was thorough in what he wanted to convey in this image. There's a tension to the eyes, maybe even an expression of pain, and there's a tension to a tilt in the lion's neck, as well as in Justin's portrait of the playful pup, which is featured online in the full gallery after the show. They tell a story. Through all this, the painting is not overworked. He knew when to finish, and the result is beautiful. That shows signs of a very methodical and mature artist, and judges encourage him to continue painting. Justin's got chops as an artist, they said. Keshi Taryan Kegel's conceptual art is an expression of tenacity, an expression that no matter what, she knows how to live. In terms of presentation, the opaque imagery with overlying text feels very modern, like the pop art of Roy Lichtenstein. And the dialogue between words again and again and again and again, photo and objects interact conceptually to create a hypnotic effect that many experienced in our repetitive routines at home during the pandemic. Mara Clausen's digital painting of a young female in a mask is the best document of our current time. She paints a woman who appears to be smiling with her eyes, even though her mouth cannot be seen because she's wearing a mask. She also is surrounded by words that could equally be interpreted as laugh and cough, which expresses our mixture of love and respect for each other and our concern for our safety and the safety of others in these times. Mara's use of colors is also beautiful, and the way she paints the woman's chest and plants in the background suggests the appearance of the wings of an angel. Peter Sonnenschein's painting, Queen's Gambit, embodies the European style of expressionism. The imagery is large and centered. It occupies the whole space. Peter has a good eye for design and color. This is even more remarkable because Peter, like many others with FD, is legally blind. Elements of the subject of this painting, the popular TV icon, have been abstracted. The position of her hands and the ferocity of her gaze are intriguing, pulling you closer into her game where she will win. Also, the parallels the painting's subject has to the artist as an underdog who overcomes great adversity is compelling. Judges encouraged Peter to paint even larger. It would be like a wrestling match for him that he could consume himself with, as in a battle. He should attempt a small mural. It would be empowering for him to recreate a painting he did smaller on a large space to broaden the expression. Though Peter Sonnenschein chose Queen's Gambit as his favorite submission, and the judges' reaction to it was just as favorable, this self-portrait also deserves a very honorable mention. Because it's a self-portrait, Peter's self-portrait is brilliant and powerful, and the use of this quote by baseball legend Babe Ruth is a motto for all of us to live by. In spite of fear, Peter plays the game. Rachel Eisenson's graphic design image, Floating in a Galaxy of Love, is crafty and clever at the same time that it's fanciful, playful, and whimsical. Rachel has the talent and ability to create customized art for fellow dog lovers. She should explore the creation of a business in personalized merchandise, including greeting cards, wallpaper, curtain design. Images like these would look beautiful and fun if printed large on translucent linen for personalized curtains. Rebecca Newman's painting, entitled Friends Reunited, is of a silhouetted pair of sea turtles floating eye to eye at sea. It is bright and uplifting. Also, the use of stark contrast of black on the colors of the water upon first glance can also appear to be a large eye, like the whole painting is looking back at us, including the viewer and the reunited friendship. The colors of the water are also very welcoming. Sam Landau's video deserves to be watched in its entirety. It is masterfully wrought, using different landscapes, is well-directed, impeccably edited, and is conceptually stunning. The concept is clear that there's a notion of reversing reality and escape, and if we try to escape too much, we could lose reality and then want it back. The viewer gets a sense that the noises Sam now hears are things he wishes he could have back, like a cheering crowd or a pool full of happy splashing kids, but all we're left with is calm and silence. Sam offers a reminder to be present. Sam Meyer's photo is a collaboration in more senses than one. Sam is seen here as if she's flying, as she sits in a wheelchair. One aspect of the photo is firmly grounded, while the wings suggest another reality made possible by friendship. The partnership enables Sam to achieve anything she sets her mind to. And finally, Veronica Segal's collage is an advertisement for cultural consumption during the COVID-19 crisis. It is a poster advertising what we all did in COVID. Veronica was resourceful and found solace and entertainment using technology by seeing her family and friends virtually, streaming movies, and practicing her meditative skills using the Calm app. Her collage serves as a social diary of our pandemic experience and the value of technology answering our needs for distraction, entertainment, and connection with other people. Our screens have become a vital organ.
And the winners of the 2021 The World Through My Eyes Art Competition, Ivan Zilioni, Peter Sonnenschein, and Sam Landau.
Thank you very much for everyone participating in this year's annual FD Art Competition. It's been a joy and an honor to receive these wonderful submissions from our community, and we hope that you've all enjoyed them too. Make sure to view all submissions and full videos at our blog page, dysautonomiacenter.com. Thank you very much.
That was absolutely amazing. Congratulations to our Distinguished Award winners and to all of our talented artists. And thanks especially to nurse practitioner Kaya Dalamo and to Rick Godoti of Positive Exposure for organizing this year's art competition. So enjoyable and so inspirational.